In an arena where greatness is forged through grit, vision, and an unshakable drive, Cooper Flagg has emerged not just as a basketball prodigy, but as a cultural touchstone for the next generation. From the quiet coastal town of Newport, Maine, to the national spotlight as one of the most anticipated recruits in modern basketball history, Flagg's ascent is both staggering in pace and rooted in authenticity. A 6'9" forward with a transcendent skill set and a relentless motor, Flagg's story is a testament to focus, humility, and the belief that even the smallest places can shape giants. Born on December 21, 2006, in Newport, a town with fewer than 3,500 residents, Cooper Flagg grew up with twin brother Ace and older brother Hunter in a family that lived and breathed basketball. His parents, Ralph and Kelly Flagg, were both former college athletes. Kelly, in particular, had a deep impact on Cooper, having played Division I basketball at the University of Maine. She coached her sons in youth leagues and ran practices that were as much about discipline as they were about love of the game. The Flagg household was filled with competition, structure, and mutual support, a training ground for greatness that emphasized hard work over hype. Even as a kid, Flagg's presence was unmistakable. Tall, coordinated, and instinctive beyond his years, he was already dominating local leagues by the time he was 10. But it wasn't just size that set him apart, it was how he moved. Fluid, smart, and intense, Cooper was a forward who could block shots, handle the ball, and hit threes with equal ease. By middle school, it was clear to everyone in Maine that the state had never seen a basketball player quite like him. Flagg's national breakout came in 2021 when he enrolled at Nokomis Regional High School. As a freshman, he led the Warriors to a Class A state championship, averaging 20.5 points, 10 rebounds, and 6.2 blocks per game. But it was his performances in elite summer circuits, particularly with the Maine United AAU program, that put him on the map. His combination of rim protection, court vision, and high IQ drew comparisons to Kevin Garnett and Luka Doncic, a rare blend of grit and grace. Flagg wasn't just playing well, he was dominating against older competition. In 2022, seeking greater competition and exposure, Cooper transferred to Montverde Academy in Florida, a school known for producing NBA stars like Ben Simmons, D'Angelo Russell, and Cade Cunningham. At Montverde, he thrived in a high-intensity environment filled with future pros. The shift from small-town Maine to elite prep basketball was massive, but Flagg handled it with maturity, quickly becoming the team's defensive anchor and emotional leader. Coaches marveled at his ability to defend all 5 positions, while scouts were mesmerized by his vision, passing, and feel for the game. That same year, Flagg led Team USA to gold at the FIBA U17 World Cup, becoming the first freshman ever to make the roster. In a team filled with high-level talent, he stood out with hustle plays, game-changing blocks, and unselfish passes. His performances drew praise from analysts and former pros, with ESPN calling him a generational prospect with a pro-ready mindset. Yet for all the buzz, Flagg remained grounded. He was a quiet force, introspective, loyal to his roots, and focused on improving every aspect of his game. In interviews, he spoke softly but with conviction, often crediting his teammates, family, and coaches before mentioning himself. When asked about pressure, he shrugged it off. "I just love to compete," he told Slam magazine in 2024. "The rest is noise." In October 2023, Flagg made headlines again by reclassifying to the class of 2024 and committing to Duke University. The decision marked the next chapter in a journey that had already captivated fans and scouts alike. His announcement sent waves through the college basketball world. For Duke, it meant landing the consensus #1 recruit in the country, a player many considered the best high school prospect since LeBron James. For Flagg, it meant the chance to learn from John Shire and play under the bright lights of Cameron Indoor Stadium, a place built for stars who shine in pressure. As of 2025, Cooper Flagg is not just the face of Duke basketball. He's a symbol of what the modern game looks like. Long, versatile, unselfish, and defensively elite, he has redefined what it means to be a forward in today's basketball era. Off the court, he's equally composed, navigating the spotlight with poise. With nearly 1 million followers across Instagram and TikTok, and regular appearances on ESPN and House of Highlights, Flagg's brand has grown organically. He's inked nil deals with national brands, including Nike and Gatorade, and was recently featured in a 2025 GQ spread titled The Future of Hoops. Still, the heart of Cooper Flagg's story isn't fame, it's family. His twin brother, Ace, remains one of his closest confidants. The two train together in the off-season and have spoken about possibly reuniting at the college or professional level. His parents remain deeply involved in his life, keeping him focused as his fame grows. And despite being a basketball phenom, Flagg stays in touch with friends and mentors from Maine, regularly returning for youth clinics and community events. In 2024, he hosted the first annual Flagg Up North basketball camp, which brought together 300 kids from across New England. Giving back to Maine means everything, he said during a press conference. It's where I learned who I am. Flagg is also vocal about mental health and the pressures of early stardom. In a 2025 Players Tribune article titled The Kid from Newport, he wrote candidly about dealing with anxiety, expectations, and the burden of perfection. There were days I didn't want to be the next big thing. I just wanted to be Coop, he shared. The piece went viral, earning praise from NBA stars like Jason Tatum and Damian Lillard, who applauded his vulnerability and leadership. Those moments, raw and real, have only endeared him more to fans. On platforms like X and Instagram, he's known not just for his highlight reels, but for his humility. Fans post clips of him helping opponents up, sharing the ball on fast breaks, and deflecting praise after wins. He's the rare guy who plays like a superstar, but carries himself like a role player, tweeted one scout. That's the Flagg difference. In terms of accolades, Flagg's resume is already historic. He's the first player in over a decade to win Gatorade National Player of the Year back-to-back, the youngest to be named Naismith High School Player of the Year, and a lock for the 2025 NBA Draft's #1 pick. At Duke, he's expected to lead the Blue Devils deep into March Madness, with ESPN projecting him to average a double-double and anchor one of the best defenses in the NCAA. But beyond stats and projections, Flagg's legacy is already taking shape in the way he carries himself. His style of play, team-first, defensive-minded, emotionally steady, represents a shift from ego-driven superstardom to values-based leadership. In locker rooms, he's the first to arrive and the last to leave. In interviews, he deflects praise and builds others up. And in a basketball culture obsessed with flash, Cooper Flagg remains a quiet storm, a throwback with modern skill and timeless character. At 18, Cooper Flagg is already a name that resonates across generations. His game echoes the fundamentals of Tim Duncan, the fire of Kevin Garnett, and the versatility of Scottie Pippen, all wrapped into one. But perhaps what makes him special isn't who he plays like. It's how he makes others better. Coaches trust him. Teammates follow him. Fans see themselves in him. His journey, from gymnasiums in rural Maine to packed arenas and national television, is still unfolding. Yet what's clear is this: Cooper Flagg isn't just chasing greatness. He's redefining it. And in doing so, he's become something far more powerful than a phenom. He's become a symbol of what's possible when talent meets humility, when hard work meets heart. As one ESPN anchor recently put it, if you're not watching Cooper Flagg, you're missing the future. And the future, it seems, has already arrived.